pressure's on, boy. Coming at you live. My toy division. Man. How is everyone doing, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? Cave dwellers alike.
I've got a sweet T-shirt on, guys.
Thank God you got a T-shirt on.
Yeah. If you can see that.
I do like it.
It's Jeremy Beetlejuice. Yeah. That's a classic Jim will paint it T-shirt. My brother got me several years ago, and I found it. I was like, hey, that's pretty fun.
Man, you're very lucky you fit into clothes you found 7 years ago. I can barely fit into stuff I bought 2 months ago.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a blessing or not. This I didn't used to fit into a large. Now it seems to be hanging quite nicely.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Adam.
Evening all, evening everyone.
Pete, welcome. Right Heart, hello. Oh my God, just jumped. Tough, hello. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, I feel like I had to find my glasses today for question time. Well, questions ready and stuff.
Yo. Stormy T, hello mate. Ben, thank you for being on last week. Hope you're good, dude.
Ben. It turned up.
Welcome. Hello, mate. Cool. So, guys, before we start the stream, you all give the stream a big like. Always helps.
And
big smash that like button, dude. Before we start, Retro Shed, hello, dude. Welcome. And Colin's in the house. Hello, Colin. So, if Andy, if you want to go, you got anything turn up today or this week?
I have had stuff turn up since last week, so obviously I've probably posted it everywhere anyway. But this one I didn't post anywhere.
Coke,
spiffingly smart Coca-Cola. Is it Russell Spinner Yo-Yo, I believe?
Can you yo-yo?
A little bit, yeah. I went through a phase of I bought like a professional yo-yo, which was quite expensive. And I can do a few tricks.
Is this going to be like the harmonica situation all over again, where you get really into something for a week and then that's it?
No, the yo-yo and the Diablo I did for maybe about a year and a half. But I'm quite good with Diablo actually. But that's a different thing. But yeah.
Diablo's like the rollerblading of the yo-yo world. It's really
the two sticks, the string, and then the boy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even though we all had a go at it when we were younger, it's now very embarrassing to admit that.
I can do tricks like round the neck. Getting it under the leg, throw it up in the air, spin, catch it. Actually, I say I can. I could do this about, how old am I now? Maybe 10 years ago.
if I'm walking through like Covent Garden and I saw someone either doing fire poi or a Diablo, my initial reaction is get a job. I'm sorry, save it for Burning Man.
They're so proper toys, proper old toys. They're awesome.
Can you do any tricks?
Can you do any tricks right now? Do a trick right now.
Well, no, because the screen's not big enough to see anything. So
on Andy's Toys and Models, the next video, I want to see you walking a dog around the world. Wait, was it Aaron? You said the cat's cradle.
Yeah, and then when you make a little triangle thing.
Yeah, okay, hang on. Let me see.
Oh, don't! You're going to break something.
Yeah,
I'm not even sure if it spins. I haven't even tried it. I've just literally bought it. And I've got to string it.
Coming at you live, Andy breaking his cabinet.
Well.
Oh well, yeah. Look, I'm good as well. I'm good. I'm
just at the screen. Look at all these tricks. Look at all these tricks I'm doing. Woo!
I've got two going, guys.
It's not. It doesn't. Cat's cradle. It doesn't spin long enough, but I can pull out some tricks.
I'm impressed, mate. I'm impressed.
That was pressure. Sweat marks. Anyway, moving on from that.
Nearly taking my clothes off.
Today I had some bags of A-grade plastic track turn up.
Yeah.
I love that.
Some Battle Beasts. Which, yeah, as I put on the post, they are, some of them are for me, some of them I will be selling at other shows and stuff like that. And
Is there some in there, Andy, that you don't have, or is it upgrading some of the ones that you do?
oh no, yeah, I've got them. But
Yeah.
there was some hippos, some armadillos, aardvarks, and a couple of snakes, which are going into the collection. And I'll see if I can upgrade some, I'll upgrade some. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
and then this lot, don't know. I really hope they all balance.
Oh wow!
What a wicked Mabel set.
The head poppers.
Yeah.
Head popping Mabels. Love it.
Oh, check out the box it came in.
So is that just a shoebox he's sticking up with Mabels?
Yeah.
Love it.
So when I got it, it was all wrapped in like a bin bag. I sent a picture.
Yeah,
It was all loose inside except for some paper confetti. So I thought like the tops would snap. Like I was really worried that these bits were going to be snapped off, but they weren't. So that's good. But yeah, inside it was just confetti. I was like, what the hell are they doing? But when I cut the plastic bag, I scratched the top of the box and then I opened it. I was like, what the hell is this box? But yeah, it's literally just a shoebox with loads of stickers on it.
Did Drunk Andy come through then?
Kind of, yeah. Kind of. I mean, that's good. I got less than what the listing was, but I honestly thought there was a full set.
Well, you're too short, aren't you?
Yeah, it's Slobulus or whatever, and Screaming Meanie.
Oculus and the Mimi, yeah.
No, Oculus is it?
Which one? Oh, sorry, Slobulus. Yeah.
Yeah, Slobulus. But yeah, I mean, I knew two of them didn't click on properly. He clicked on. See.
Whoa! That's a good spring.
Yeah, they all work except for the two that I knew didn't work. So Hornhead unfortunately doesn't work, but I do have a Hornhead, so that's fine. He will be traded for.
Yeah, you got two of them, and you had two Hornheads.
Yeah, I've got a good one which I'm keeping, and then that's, as I say, that will get traded for the ones I need or
man,
sold for something. Thank you, Carlos. It's a great yo-yo. And then something turned up late this evening from the post, so I'm going to actually open it now. Oh, sorry, actually, and there's another thing I got from Mr. Dan. We did like a part trade. I don't know. I got you a gift, and you sent me this.
That's how we roll. You send me something, and I send half of it back.
Yeah. Well, you only wanted the inside bit.
That's right. Yeah. You honestly could have just sent me the inside bit. You didn't need to send me the whole thing. I'd have been well happy with the inside bit, but.
Yeah, but I was happy for you to choose the better one.
In many ways, your gift just cost me £3.20.
Yeah. No, but I said I've also sent you something. So
you have, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate the gift in the first place, mate. I'm just pulling your leg. It was awesome.
But not the first time in Andy's life. He's actually asking for Andy to put more clothes on.
Yeah.
I can't get to the cap at the moment, I'm afraid. I've boxed myself in. I'm at a different angle because we've got a different table. And yeah, I'm literally just stuck here till the end of this before I can start rearranging everything.
Throw some money in that super chat and he'll be up like a rocket.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I could. No, I don't.
I can. Claire!
Yeah, that's what I was going to start shouting.
Claire. Give Claire a text. Claire, to bring your hat in. Come on.
Not worth the abuse. But yeah, and this turned up today.
If we open it, I watched Andy put General Maindine in his least. Crazy Andy looks like.
I mean, I can't even see where he is.
Love it.
Is that the Rebel guy?
Yeah.
He's going to risk it. He's touched the cabinet.
Oh, I love it. The cabinet survived the yo-yo.
Yeah, survived the yo. Is he not, dude? You've survived the yo-yo. You've survived a head popping mad ball head fly off. Don't risk it.
Dude, this is what happens when I'm on the juice. I'm not even drinking.
Not even drinking. He only drinks to steady as Anne.
I'll grab Nadine at some point, but
Rob, hello, mate.
Yeah.
Bow Wow wanted the.
Yeah, the gold coat.
One last thing.
Gold coat one was
So this came from Derby Collector on Instagram.
Yo. Let's do it.
Okay, and this is the second of my Return of the Jedi carded set.
Oh my god, he's going all in. He's got a gammy. He's got a gammy guard.
Got a decent
Gammy
gammy and all.
That is nice.
Well, no, there is some defects. So the back of the card,
Yeah.
the glare's really.
I see someone's written on the top.
Yeah. So there's someone's circled what they've got or what they want.
Is it?
That makes it cooler.
Is it just me that
all over the
I
place?
prefer that? I prefer it when it's got a bit of character to it. It's like, the Garbage Pail Kids checklists on the back when like someone's like checked them off. I kind of like that, man.
Yeah. No. I mean, like, I'm totally under the like. I don't even know why I've decided to start this. This is going to end very badly, but I'm fully aware I can't afford £200-300 cards. So to pick them up under £100, I know I'm not going to be getting pristine cards, and I think that's.
So are you just looking at collecting Jedis for the moment?
The cheap side of them, yes.
Yeah.
Things like the last 17. But annoyingly, I really want the Ewoks. 2 of the Ewoks are last 17, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get them cheaper than maybe 150 on a battered card. I don't know. I'm not really looked into it.
Leave them, mate. Gives me something to get you for your birthday. I don't have to think about it.
I have a TM. Oh man. Okay, when someone else is chatting and make them big because they can't see me, I'll try and get the other yo-yo I've got. But yeah,
He has got a lot of yo-yos.
I do. But yeah, so there we go. Thank you, Mr. Derby Collector. I want to say Jonathan, but I could be totally wrong with that. Anyway, Instagram Derby Collector. And he also helped out everyone with the turtle stuff. He's a big turtles collector.
He also
I always see him.
He's also helped me out with the Dino Riders gun, which is on its way. So I appreciate.
Yeah, so I'm just in awe. So yeah, so there we go. I'm bankrupt. Please send me money.
You put a hat on.
Oh, Andy.
It'll be sweating in the group chat otherwise.
Do you want me to rattle through my GOTS this week?
Yeah, you go, man.
I'll do it very quickly.
That yo-yo trick.
Right, I got another. Hey, it's because we're smart. We wear glasses. I got another Horde Trooper, Master Universe Horde Trooper. Again from the lovely and always awesome Johnny from Monkeys Emporium, which is cool. So thank you very much for that. What else have I got? So Ben from Bugsy's hooked me up with some Turtles figures. I wasn't going to collect Turtles, but here we are. I've got like the classics. A little Mondo Gecko.
Lovely. I love the hippie version of him.
Yeah, which is cool. So I'm on the lookout for a skateboard, just because life. Is this one called Ace Duck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really nice Ace Duck. Ben was particularly complimentary about the condition of this one, and I trust him in his opinion on all things Turtles. So complete Ace Duck, looking quite nice. An almost complete Napoleon Boner Frog. Just missing his little guy that goes with him, but I'm all right without that. That's cool. And then the Baxter Stockman complete.
I love that.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, so happy with that. So they're cool figures. Started something. I'm going to get like a mutagen.
Right, I'm just going to pan over to this lovely specimen right now, putting his figures back.
Is he getting figures? Is he getting his other yo-yos?
No,
what
I'm
he's doing.
getting the thing.
Also,
I dropped R5.
Also from Johnny, I don't know if I collect these or I just buy them whenever I come across them. But I like these little Soma wrestlers. These little guys. You've all seen these little guys. Do piss off. So I got loads of these little wrestler guys, and Johnny hooked me up with another 13 of them, which is cool. And then lastly, from my I
look like this guy.
I mean, you have a beard.
Wow.
You need some sexier gloves to look like that guy. Oh, I got one of these. Thank you, Sam.
Nice.
Thank you, Sam,
awesome.
for pointing me at it. That it was on. Someone was selling it on one of the websites, and I missed it. But so I've already got this guy, but not in white. Now I have him in white. There we go. My favourite Puppet Master. And I've got to say thank you to Derby collector, but also very much thank you to Big Kid Collectibles online. The other week, I got that Dino Riders T-Rex and needs a couple of parts, and Derby is hooking me up with one. But Big Kid Collectibles wouldn't accept anything in return, just for the love of the collector. So I hugely appreciate that. Sending me one of the back guns. So yeah, that's my stuff. It's my stuff for this week. It's a mixed bag. It's no yo-yo, but what are you gonna do?
That the turtle yo-yo. I think it was Retro Taff put the message up saying about turtles yo-yo.
That's a cool turtles yo-yo.
That was from Nerdbase. Bargain.
Yeah.
Ethan's asked for you to be sending the Mad Balls.
At the moment, no. I think it's only going to be the Hornhead that gets sold or traded. But the others I'm keeping for now.
And I want first crack at Lock Lips and Bruiser Brother, because in my collection the two clips are slightly knacked. So what do you do?
They're very clean.
All right, mate. You ain't got to pitch it.
Big love for the vintage Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, bro. I got your. You've added your questions to the list. We will get around to that. Andy's just taking out the limelight, showing off his.
Yeah,
stuff.
no, sorry.
Aaron, what did you get? Aaron, what did you get this week? Come on.
Yeah.
So the amazing. He's in the chat right now. Riot Heart, I think.
Riot Heart, absolute legend, lovely gentleman. Is a fellow fan of Bad Taste and Hard Boiled, which is important in this day and age.
So he sent me a couple of Street Shocks. So we got this awesome one here. 2 seconds.
So nice.
This complete version of one that I've already got. That's cool. It's an ice hockey player. I've only just found that out literally 5 minutes before the chat, that he's got a cool. Wow. Oh, he's dropped it live on air.
Is he wearing a mask as well?
Yeah, he's got a hockey mask.
Oh man, that's Jordan. No,
That
that's
is.
sweet.
And he's got like a mangled up street shine as his hockey thing.
Stick, I believe they call it.
It's hockey stick.
Dark Attack. Yeah, so cool. Appreciate that. But that's not the only one he sent me. He also did send me the Hammerhead one, which I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Is it Hammerhead?
No. Can't remember.
Is that
Jabs? Is it Jabs?
Jabs?
Jabs. And he's also got that action as well.
Poker?
Yeah, you know, right?
Riot Heart, next time you got to charge him. He's getting away with murder with this £20 challenge of his. He must have about 7 now. It's outrageous.
Oh, he's a good dude. So I really, really do appreciate that, dude. Really do appreciate it. So thank you very much. But yeah, don't send me Street Sharks anymore. Please don't.
He's off the street.
Appreciate it.
Jab. Jab, jab, jab.
Jabba, jabba, jabba.
Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it.
This time next year, when he says he's travelled and he's gone to California, ask him where his Street Sharks are. He sold them for travel money.
Yeah, no, I reckon the Street Sharks are going to stick around.
No, I'm only joking.
100%. 100%. That's what happens when you're on the internet.
I will qualify what I said and say, although it's hugely, hugely appreciated, Aaron at no point has asked anyone to send him anything for free. But it is appreciated, so thank you very much.
Appreciate it. It does.
This isn't some weird like OnlyFans. Oh man, I just if only.
Or is it? Is Aaron sending news?
Are we getting
Ryan's going to get a load of pictures sent through in a couple of days that he's not expecting.
Yeah. Aaron's special calendar. Oh, Andy just holding 2 yo-yos like that.
The Toy Division calendar.
Oh, coming 2022. I reckon we can do that.
2022. Jesus.
What if the toy fairs run out? Have like a you at the Barry Potters like sprawled out across the table.
Jesus.
Very much. Thank you very much. I've still got those Duke Nukem carding figures. There you go.
Who is that aimed at, Rob? Because it's entirely possible that I've said, "Oh yeah, they're awesome," and totally forgotten about it.
Or me, I
Secret
don't know.
Toy Hunters, Long Live Dino Riders. Long Live the Dino Riders. Yeah.
Yeah,
Late
how much camera on me, man? Jesus Christ.
The Red Shoe Diaries edition of Toy Division.
Oh, do you remember that David Coffney? The Coffney. That was like when Channel 5 started. That was Channel 5 Prime, late night.
Yes, mate. Just before, like the classic films like A Woman Scorned, starring Shannon Tweed. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Move
Aaron,
action on Channel
Aaron,
5.
do you know what we're talking about? Genuinely. I hate being old. I'm not even that much older than you. It sucks. It's like
But by the time Aaron was there was all the websites you could go on.
yeah, we didn't have
Yeah.
no base station, mate. Jeez.
Clippity clap. So 50
50 Toys. Always ever thought about starting a Toy Division toy fair? I'd love to start my own toy fair, but
you can just about do this.
We've talked about it at length, haven't we? The thing that kills it as like a startup thing is insurances. It's possible though. Right now, it's not.
I tried to set everything up and all the how much it would cost on a spreadsheet, but it failed miserably.
Yeah, it's totally doable, but the spreadsheet put us all off. And it's
Tried to send it to Dan and Andy, and it crashed everything. So,
I was I was like, who uses Excel to like 2010? Ah, Jesus, get it away from me.
So yeah, I'd love to do one. I really would, and it's things I thought about. It really is things I thought about, but I think you need to be in the middle of the country to have a good one. Just to allow people to travel to it. Like I find there's a lot of regional ones around our area, so
you've got to have the right venue, and it has to have things like parking. And right now you could only do one outdoors, and if you do one outdoors, you're basically doing a car boot sale. So, and also around our area, there are several people who already do them. You know, obviously Barry Potter being the main one, whose toes are not to be stepped on. Do you know what I mean? Like it's totally potential. It'd be cool to do like a really small thing. Just get all the people that we know together and do one.
Could do it in someone's back garden.
I mean, that's not so much a toy fair as a super spreader event, but we could definitely give it a go.
all right, it's all right. Chump's gone. The virus doesn't exist anymore.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Right, guys. We did say we were going to do a Q&A. So yeah. So I've got the questions here. So what we're going to do? We're going to read them out. Who sent them to us. And yeah, answer them away. It's quite nice because as much as we love the questions in the chat, it's nice to actually be able to think a little bit about them and not
We were
be
meant to
sort
think about them.
of, have half an hour to think about them. So yeah, guys. So I'll go first, and the first on the list is from Robot Chubby, and he asked if you had a magic voucher to get one single figure free, regardless of cost, what would it be? Oh, and I struggle with this. It was like I don't think there's anything out there that I would spend that much money on, but I think it will probably have to be like a Hot Toy Mandalorian.
Okay.
That's fair.
Be my choice. Something I know that I wouldn't spend the money on, but I knew I would still enjoy it.
You want, but you don't want to drop 350 quid on it.
100%.
Yeah, it's fair.
I went the Kraken from Clash of the Titans, the original toy line. It's an expensive piece. It's something that doesn't turn up that often, and if it's I'm never going to buy it myself. So if I got given the opportunity to just go and get it, why not? That's
a great shout. So I'm actually in the middle of both of you in that my initial response was 3A do a Chappie. You guys know the film Chappie?
Yeah.
So they do a 1/6 Chappie, and the sort of special edition of it is where he's all blinged out. So he's like got the gold and the chains and the graffiti on him. but because I didn't get one when it came out, if you can find one, it's now about 900 quid. So I'd like that, but I'd also like a complete Fortress of Fangs. But I'm not prepared to spend the money on it. I like it, but I don't like 500 quid like it, sort of thing. So there you go.
Yeah.
Amazing.
There you go, Andy. Next question.
Okay, so this one was from Rise Toy and Stuff. I hope I pronounced that right. Rise Toys and Stuff.
We all know Rye. We know Rye.
What's the thing another member of Toy Division collects that you just don't understand / hate? So, I went for Aaron's one, the Alien kind of stuff, because I just like, I don't know, I don't really like the film. I don't want the toys.
You don't like aliens. We
So I went for Aliens, and then with Dan's, probably going to take out a big chunk of his toy line, but he's got loads of like custom zombies, which they look cool, but for me, I just don't do zombies. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
You've only got like what, 200 of them?
I think it was 330. Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's boxes on them locked. Yeah. So for things above a Toy Division members collect that I don't understand, I don't hate any of it. I don't understand why Andy loves Steve Irwin so much. That's always going to be a mystery to me. It's like it's such a cheap toy, but crikey. And with Aaron again, it's not a hate at all. I don't understand his love for the Power Rangers stuff because I don't understand Power Rangers, so it's not maximum disrespect. It's just
You're gonna say that. Yeah. No.
I love the fact you love it, but I wouldn't even know what to buy that would be cool. So yeah, that's my answers.
Fair enough. Mine's to Andy, and I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. I can't understand. I can't get on the Willow hype.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. They are. The film's amazing. The Ebonist. I'm discrediting in that because that's actually in my hands a proper toy. But the little kind of, tin soldier figures.
They could have made better figures. They could have made better figures, but
and again, I'm emphasizing on Dan. I don't hate them.
Yeah,
I just. And the other one, I actually have to agree with. I don't do zombies, so when I see your zombie stuff, it does low-key freak the
so does that flush out my zombie collection and my Resident Evil stuff and my BioShock stuff and quite a lot of my stuff is a yeah, I saw that as well when I said Power Rangers. He's like, yep.
By the way, we're looking for a new third member of Toy Division.
Yeah. Me and Andy are looking for a new third member. How dare you disrespect Willow like that? You've really upset him.
Lost words. I can't believe I'm not even drinking this episode.
That's 90% vodka now. That drink is. He's so upset.
Just juice. Right.
What about me, Aaron? Is there something? Oh yeah, sorry, you just said zombies. I had in my mind you were going to go for my sandworm. I thought you were going to say sandworm. So
no, you're fine with the sandworm.
Sweet.
It's a bit irrelevant, the sandworm, but it's fine.
You're dead to me.
Oh wow, really gone hard.
We're going hard. Well, let's bring it back up again with Ben, Bugsy Ben's question, which is a bit of a. This isn't really toy related. I'm going to do two questions because why are we all so goddamn cool? I think we can agree, Ben. You need to really check the level of people that you hang out with. If you consider us three to be your cool people that you know, I mean that is so disrespectful to Sam.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's got Sam's the benchmark, and it's not exactly a we can tall expectation.
I know that Sam right now is doing his online game thing, so feel free to shoot at Sam all you want. He's not watching, so a toy related question from Ben is there a collection you'd like to start but it's too expensive? And for me right now, I'm kind of loving on Starcom, but it's really expensive, so I'm staying away from it. That's my answer, Starcom. Aaron?
I think this one there's a few toy lines. Hasbro's. They're becoming
wrestlers.
Yeah, they're difficult.
Now's not the time.
No. And older NECA stuff. That's becoming ridiculous. Like I saw Vasquez sell on the one of the groups for 75 quid loose.
That's one of my answers for a later on question. Actually,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the older NECA stuff that's relatively modern is getting silly prices.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's about it, really.
Andy?
Well, what dude? The first one that sprung to mind was a cartoon called Wheeled Warriors.
Jason and the
Jason the Wheeled Warriors. There is a toy line for it. The toy line is pretty. It's not that great, but I would love to get a couple. But they are ridiculously expensive because it wasn't a very well received cartoon here.
I don't see them around. I don't know if you guys do.
No, I've seen a couple pop up on groups and they go very, very quickly. What's this guy's name? Holy Grail Toys. He has a base or like the playset, and I think that the last time he had it, it's a fair price. It's just way, way, way out of my price league.
Okay. Jason,
I said that.
Cool. Aaron, next question. It's blast.
Also, want to throw in a wild card for that. Centurions.
As in
not that expensive.
Andy, what would you sell yours for?
I'd like to have a couple, but I wouldn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the price is,
they are. Yeah.
Price is to have something just for the sake of having it. Do you know what I mean?
I just want a Max Ray. I want an incomplete Max Ray. Just a Max Ray with his helmet, but he seems to be the most expensive one.
They're all expensive.
So, Ed's Retro Geek Out. I don't know if you heard of him.
Never heard of him. I don't know who that is.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations on 25,000 subs, Ed. Well done.
Bigger congratulations, Ed. You've got us free on your live chat on Sunday.
So you can drop down to 23,000 subs after that.
So Ed's gold medal for this week is he's got us free on his channel on Sunday, and a silver is he's reached 25,000 people have subbed to his channel. I've got 410 followers on Instagram, so I hope I can add to your pile there, Ed.
So it's almost like you want to say, so if you're not subscribed, go subscribe, but you're probably subscribed.
Most people have subscribed as what I should have to, Ed.
So he's asked, which toy hybrid would you like to see a custom of, like a Rick Rude Megazord?
Yep.
Or I can never pronounce it. The Lovecraft Cthulhu squiggly thing, turtle. I'm kind of glad.
He says that because I don't know if he said someone's made an old school turtle into a Lovecraft Cthulhu with its mint.
I'll tell you what would be cool. It's Centurion turtles. So the turtle characters done like Centurions.
Okay.
You'll have to make up one for some of the other colours and decide who's going to be yellow and green. But you can probably.
So they could work with it, I guess.
Well, and have the holes to put things on them and stuff.
Yeah. So you can put all their weapons on them, turtle stuff, and.
I struggled with this one because I have no idea. I was thinking something sort of Toxic Crusader-y, and that's as far as I've got. I was just thinking of that weird like Swamp Thing sort of.
Andy, I feel like I've already got you the one you wanted. I combined Battle Beasts with Hasbro.
Hey, but that's like a custom, right?
Yes, but it's still. Which toy hybrid would you like to see a custom of? Was Ed's question.
Oh, I've got one.
So my answer is someone, and I need to make this at some point. I want a Rio Blast that's also Rick Rude. I want a Rio Rude Blast. That's what I want. Rick Rude's head and tights, but as Rio Blast. That would be my hybrid.
You can get one of them at some of the suitors.
I could probably make one just by snapping the head off 2 figures and reattach it.
Nice.
Okay. My go or you,
Andy?
Yeah. Okay. So the Misfit Jacks. Sorry, no, I'm missing one. Sorry. Everything Movies and Toys wants to know what would be your most expensive toy in your collection. For me, looking at what I've got here, it's going to have to be my pop-up art, which is there in terms of cash money paid. That was the most expensive one I have. I don't even think it was as crazy as some prices I've seen for it. It was, yeah. Daniel?
It might be my Hasbro Cloverfield for worth, but I have also got a bunch of like Hot Toys Sideshow 3A stuff. So paid for, it'll be one of my statues, like Hot Toys and Sideshow statue sort of things. Worth, I don't know. I mean, I've got them life-size Gremlins. They're a few £100, weren't they? I'm gonna say my Hasbro Cloverfield as far as toy. Aaron?
Yep.
The Yak Face, I guess, is probably. I was looking around just to make sure. So Yak Face is probably most expensive. Is that about £200 figure now?
Yeah, at least
70 in its condition.
You've got his staff, haven't you?
No, I've got no weapons, but I've seen even Lucy. They go for a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know. It depends what kind of mood the Star Wars fans are in. Well, I suppose the Celebration Boba Fett as well. That's about £150, £160 now. Yeah, I got no big ticket like retirement money stuff, but a few things that have like jumped in price. So yeah, definitely happy with that. Yeah.
All right. Next question is from the Misfit Jacks. Ever kept any bubble bath bottles as figures? Now, this sounds like a weird question, but as it happens, I've got one right here, which is.
Matt, what does Mr. T smell like?
I don't know. It's unopened.
Open it.
Can you hear that? it's never been opened. This is like.
I want a photo. Your next photo on Instagram tomorrow of you in a bath with that.
Yeah. The fool's got to see that.
So yeah, I do actually have a Mr. T bubble bath. So it wasn't that weird a question. There we go.
Keep an eye on his Instagram. He'll do a walk around.
If I just move this, you can get an idea. See,
hang on.
You make it
I
big.
do like the Christmas one. I've got to
as I scan along. Hello, zombies. Oh, lots of zombies. Have I gone too far? Just endless zombies, and I've got like several boxes of them upstairs.
A massive pickle Rick.
And a big pickle Rick in between. There's two pickle Ricks in between two Gears of War. See what's crazy is that there. Which way am I going? That cabinet there has got like the expensive stuff in. Can't even look in it. Can't even see it. The life of a toy collector. Too much stuff, not enough space. Yeah. I'm assuming I'm the only one that's got a bubble bath figure kicking around.
I think I've got. I can't remember if I sold it or not, but I had a Michelangelo Turtles bubble bath thing that I picked up from the boot fair. Yeah.
See, I haven't got any like keep. I remember the Turtles ones, and I remember there being like a captain or a pirate.
Yeah.
Was it called like?
It's called.
Or
wasn't that called Matey?
Yes.
Which I always thought was hilarious. The fact it was called Matey. I don't know why I found that so funny.
Yeah, it was Matey.
Matey, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. But yeah, I didn't keep any. But yeah, I remember them.
Okay, Aaron. Next question.
It's another one from the Misfit Jacks. What's your personal favourite figure from the Kenner Legend of Batman series? No, it's a series that I never really collected, but for some reason as a kid, I don't know if it was like a birthday present bought for me or something or anything, but I had like a medieval Batman. So it was like he had like a kind of medieval touch to his. And he had like a shield and this like kind of wooden axe with like the Bat logo on it. But yeah, that's the only one I can really think of when I. But that might not even be the Legends line, but.
I've got to be honest. I'm not really a Batman collector guy, so I don't even know what line that is. I'm afraid. Sorry.
Darkwing Duck is my internet name because my initials are DW. Just a little fact there. Yeah, I don't collect that line. Never have done. So I apologise. The closest I can get is with the animated series, of which I like my Bruce Wayne figure with the armour that comes off. I think that's an awesome figure. And Man Bat are my two favourite Batman animated series figures.
Nice.
Back to me.
Back to you, mate.
Yeah, okay, so this is Pete Robbins wants to know, a lot of my toys have been stored in a garage and have got dirty and grimy. Star Wars, Thundercats, He-Man, A-Team. Do you have any advice on how to clean them? Would you soak in hot, soapy water? Me, personally, I don't like doing the big bath thing, any of them. If we find, like, I actually spoke to Pete because he messaged me as well about this. Personally, I prefer either baby wipes or makeup wipes. And if something's really grimy, then like a toothbrush, and you can use hot water and liquid, like washing up liquid. I wouldn't soak them. I'd be too worried of the inside rotting, like if there's metal in there, you don't know, like rusting. The Thundercats, for instance, Lion-O and Mumra have like a battery operated thing, so I definitely wouldn't soak them in water. I think Dan said before about Hasbro's not to be put in water because their joints are screwed.
Again, it's just if they've got moving joints and if there are metal parts, it's just, if you're just cleaning the outside, just use wet wipes. But if they're like Star Wars figures, I'd have no problem bathing Star Wars figures because they're all kind of one piece. But if you had like the A-Team figures, because they're hollow, you'd run the risk of being like they'd always have water in them afterwards. But
yeah. So I think if you're gonna go down the hot soapy route,
then get on Aaron's My OnlyFans.
Yeah, you know, right? Always a happy ending on my channel.
yeah. We stopped talking. It's happy ending for everyone.
Yeah. Make sure you dry them out properly, though. So if you are going to use hot soapy water, make sure like it's on like a hot day where it can sort of dry out properly, because that's when you get the problems with the rusting and everything. It's when it's not dried out quickly, basically.
Yeah.
So, but your own discretion, really. If it is like a figure that's like a Hasbro or something, maybe just like a toothbrush or something with just some warm water on it and sort of clean it that way, because that will probably get a lot more of the grime out of it.
Yeah.
Just don't use the toothbrush again.
Yeah.
I am actually struggling to clean. Ages ago, I got sent a couple of muscle figures. Now, I think P also gave me some as well. No, yeah, in fact, 100% P did give me some. But I also got sent some. Again, I can't remember the Instagram handle. It was a while back. But they're covered in like marker pen. And for ages, I was like, right, leave them in hot water because they're only like PVC, whatever, it'd be fine. Could not get the marker pen off. And it took me so long, I actually gave up. And they're still sitting in a cup in the kitchen.
Al Sharp or Big Bertie might be able to help you with that. He's a genius at that sort of stuff, because people just drill them in biro and it basically blends into the rubber, doesn't it? And you can't get it out.
Yeah, it's such a ball ache. And one of them I was scrubbing so much, I think I've actually discoloured it totally. Like I've made my own very fresh new colour of Muscleman.
All right, it's a custom, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, so just saying, like, we're not expert, or I'm definitely not an expert. I'm still struggling with cleaning things.
Fair. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Jason Reynolds asks, will Ben 10 be the next toy line that falls into Vince's collecting? Probably. And we'll be kicking ourselves because we've walked past boxes of it for nothing at Car Boots. I know there's a couple of figures that apparently now are worth something, but I wouldn't even know where to start with that, to be honest with you. They're cool toys. They're cool toys, right?
I think they are going to be collectible. Like the same reason the stuff from the 80s are collectible, the same reason the stuff from the 90s are collectible. Those kids that grew up with it, I think. I did a bit of research on this. 2005 was when the first cartoon released, and it's 20 years before something could be classed as vintage. So in 4 years' time, it's going to be classed as a vintage.
Wow.
First.
Well, we better start buying them up this season when Boot Fair's begin.
But I think we all have that kind of premise of it's worth nothing because there's thousands of them at boot sales every time we go. Every time but people in the 90s probably said that about.
Oh yeah, He-Man, all that. Yeah.
Said that about the 80s stuff. People in the early noughties probably said that about all the 90s stuff being sold. And look, here we are. Do you know what I mean? So.
I think the for me it's a mild irrelevance in the sense that I don't buy and sell toys for a living. I have no interest in the monetary value like that. So if it doesn't interest me, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it from a boot fair and be like, oh, this might be worth something. If it's cool, there's some cool toys, man. Like Ben 10, there is some cool figures in Ben 10. Like I'd have Ben 10 figures. Like no,
His
like
car's
Red,
awesome.
sorry, mate.
Car's awesome. The green like sort of muscle car thing.
I like the red guy with 4 arms.
Yeah, some of the sculpts are really good.
It's a cool figure. But I wouldn't buy them to sell them because it's not an interest of mine. You know.
You wait. 5 years time.
I was into it. I was into
Ben 10 range.
I've always been into it, boys.
I was there before it's all started.
I was there when it was Ben 9, mate. Back in the 70s. Right, go on, Aaron. Next question.
So this is from Robert Mason, and he's asking: is toy photography an art? Is dio building an art? So diorama building, and 100% yes, it is. Like,
yeah,
some of the stuff, some of the like pros, not even pros. You can do it with real basic stuff, but when they take it seriously, some of the pictures that they come out with, you'd almost think it's like CGI or actors, when really he's just taking a picture of 2 figs. And
you must have seen some of the work, Aaron, and maybe Dan as well on Instagram, but Sergeant Bananas.
Yeah,
his figure art, toy photography is just insane.
I've always been obsessed with diorama building, man. Like even when I was little, I used to nick my brother's White Dwarf magazines. The painting, but the setup is the setup that interests me. When people like the shots of, you know, Necromunda style industrial broken down buildings and the 40k fights. I know that's specific to Games Workshop and Warhammer, but yeah, any kind of diorama building always blows my mind. Aaron, your brother Marcus has made some cool stuff recently, isn't he? Like,
he did art at college and all that sort of stuff. So he's a very arty person. But yeah, he's made some killer for his mates. Basically, Star Wars Warhammer is the best I can describe. I can't remember what it's called. Armada's the one with the ships.
It's not Armada. And I know what you mean. I can't remember what it's called. Though, but
he's done ones with the actual figurines, like stormtroopers, and he's even gone down to like on the bases, put like little stones that he's painted with like the ATSs look like it's walking over a stream and stuff. It's
100% toy photography and diorama building is an art form. 100%.
I mean, look at those,
like any art, if it's done very, very badly, like if I did it, it wouldn't be an art form. It would be an embarrassment. But if it's done with some creative mindset behind it, yeah, for sure.
So some guy goes around and does like little miniatures in scenery. So he he makes like a little mini coffee shop on a curbside.
Yeah.
Like, takes a picture of it.
Yeah,
but it's beautiful. It's crazy.
I like the ones where people take natural environments. Like there's like the classic one will be like a post that's been hit by a car, and they'll attach like like a Thor style figure to it. And he's hinting at the hand. Like I love all that. I think that's great. Really inventive. It's cool.
Yeah, 100%. Next up,
Andy. Next question.
Yeah. So this P sent in a couple. So if I do the first 2, Dan does the next 2, something like that. So he's asking like our thoughts on how the collecting scene has changed in the last 5, 10, 15 years, and then also how do we think it will change in the next 5 years. So I mean, obviously it's exploded, like mainly I guess because of internet. Like eBay turned up, places like Gumtree, Facebook Marketplace. There's more accessible ways of collecting now. There was 5, 10 years ago. Boot fairs only, maybe it's like full face stuff like that. Finding out if your friends were getting rid of toys and you were still into them. But now you can just click. Like this lockdown's been bad in a way because all I'm doing is sitting on the computer clicking, and I'm just like, I don't have to leave my house. I don't even have to get dressed. I'm buying stuff in my pants, and it's turning up in 2 days.
And the regret is instant, right?
After a few days after, you know, like, oh, actually, I've still got to pay my bills. I've still got to pay my bills, even though I'm not doing anything. So I don't know. My thoughts would be, how's it changed? It's definitely internet made it explode, and there's probably a lot more people because it is so more.
I think it's more popular due to the internet. It's more popular due to Toys That Made Us on Netflix. It's more. I mean, it's changed over the last 5, 10, 15 years in the sense that 15 years ago, the things that we consider, take it easy, tough, things that we consider valuable now weren't valuable. So we were talking about tin toys 15 years ago. I mean, like, I know people are still collecting Star Wars. It just seems to have exploded, and the internet and TV shows about it. And you know, if I'm going to be honest, the toy division becoming a thing is probably the most significant change in toy collecting in the last 15 years. I don't think it's arrogant to say that we are the most important thing to happen to toys in 15 years. And in the next 5 years, in the next 5 years, I would say that will continue to grow, and I might even have 420, 430 followers on Instagram. So what are we going to do about that, Ed? I'm coming for you. That's all I'm saying. So yeah,
that's all you've done to get on Ed's live stream. It's just been some mad plan by you to steal some of his subscribers without putting a single video out.
Still on Ed subscribers, even though I haven't done one single. I am thinking about it though. Genuinely, I'm getting to the point where I might do it, but it's going to be really weird, and not everyone's going to like it because it's not going to be me doing it. I'm going to be doing it as someone else. Like, we'll see. If anyone ever seen like Mike Strutter, they'll kind of know what I'm talking about. But we'll see.
I think. But yeah, I think my opinion, my answer to it is that every year it's just getting more and more popular, and I want to stay away from the harder out there. There's more people doing it, because I'm pretty sure when we started doing it, there was people saying the same about us when we started doing it. But I just do think there is less of it out there, and it's so much more popular now.
There's less of it out there. People are buying it like us and keeping it and enjoying it, right?
Very much true. I think the thing is, it's coming into people's lives now and staying.
Coming out of lofts into people's toy rooms. Yeah.
And stuff like Avengers, like the rebirth of sort of Star Wars and everything, with the new films and especially the TV series. Yeah, Avengers, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is probably one of the biggest things that's made pop culture so popular.
And you know it's more popular because companies are now making reissues of Toxic Crusaders and reissues of Turtles and reissues of He-Man, reissues of everything, because they know people are into it, and people go, "Oh, that's cool. I wonder what the original looks like." And they go,
100%. And like social media, like people like, I know Dan went down us, but the bigger YouTubers like the Pixel Dans and all that of the world, who's probably opened people's eyes up to like the reason why we're getting all these like reissues is probably somewhere up there in a suit. Someone's realizing that no one's buying our brand new thing, but everyone's really popular about okay, let's do a retro Transformers line. Oh my god, it's sold out. It's crazy. And then you got like the birth of NECA, and I know McFarlane have been around for a long time, but like their old figures, Super 7, these
Funko Pops. There you go. Funko Pops is a reason why people are into it.
Yeah, it's probably massive reason why.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one prediction. In 5 years' time, it's going to cost you $4,500 to buy a Burble. That's my prediction. you want a Series 11 Hasbro? Remortgage your house. It's ridiculous. People have got to stop overpricing stuff. They got to, like the market is what people are willing to pay for it. I get that, but some things are getting killed out of the market. Don't be tricked, guys. You can always find better deals. I mean, Andy will give it to you for free at the next Toy Fair. Just be nice to him.
I'll do my best.
I know you love a giveaway. It's to your detriment. You're too nice. Yeah. Should we move on?
Move on.
Okay, this is another question from P. What is your biggest success as a collector and not necessarily greatest find? I'm going to let Aaron answer this first because I think you speak for all of us.
You are the chosen one.
Genuinely, I'm not throwing. I don't want to steal your answer because you mentioned this before.
I generally think like the biggest success that anything is like just sounds so cheesy, but the whole social media side of it, just doing this, like getting on,
and the real life side of it, of meeting people through toys, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like the amount of people that I've met in the last 5 years of doing toys is huge. Like all these people that I now know, talk to, and speak to, and everything is all through this like toy community. And there's people that like I've known have messaged saying like, I can't wait for the next toy fair because I haven't seen you in a year. Do you know what I mean? Like just sit and chat and stuff. It's a real social thing as well as just like, I don't want to say like making money, because obviously selling the stuff and making money and, you know, putting it back in and moneyballing it is sort of what we do. But just the whole aspect of going out, doing the fairs, talking to people, chatting to people, talking to people about like what they used to collect, what they collect now, what Colin's spending vast amount of monies on next, stuff like that. I love it. And like all the crazy things we've got to do. We've got to go to like people's shops and everything. All these big toy shops around the country that are like first people call each other up sort of thing and talk to them, and you can just go there and they'll do us like deals. And, yeah,
I mean, this is all beautiful, mate. But mine was I completed my blurt balls, so I don't know what. No,
I just
100% agreed that it's the community built around enjoyment of silly old toys and meeting cool people and getting to know them, their actual lives, just through toys.
A lot of you guys, if you're buyers who go to Sandown, you won't see this, but when we get into the car park at Sandown, Rob in the chat, Robbo Toys, Tom, we all sort of meet up and just have this kind of like just this bit of banter in the morning. That it's just hilarious. And obviously having a bit.
Tats and Toys Rob, man, I can't smoke cigarettes with you anymore, man. I've stopped. I quit before Christmas, so end of an era. But Aaron's 100% right. The meetup beforehand is Andy's by that point. Andy's eaten 3 or 4 sausage rolls, 17 cans of Red Bull. He doesn't know what's going on.
We like met Ed through it. Ed's in Belgium. Do you know what I mean? We've like talking to some of the Bobby over in America, going to his house.
Yeah.
Oh, the list goes on.
Yeah, that was surreal. That was, considering I know you were talking to him first. Like, we only got introduced to him through toys and through an Instagram page.
And I've met Bobby. Like, I've met him through you guys. You know.
Yeah, but he was just like, come into my house. Like, yeah, I don't know. It was, yeah.
There we go. All right. So next question, we got to rattle through this because people have been chattering in the chat.
Questions I've earmarked in the chat as well. Yeah.
I go on, Aaron. Next question, mate.
Okay, this is when P went on his mad questioning. But if you could have one item from each other's collection, what would it be? Now, for me, I would quite happily walk into Andy's place and walk out of his Lego Death Star.
Look, we assume it's all still there. We dropped it, but
if it's not all there, I'm coming back. And
I think that's one of my jobs while I'm sitting on my ass is to actually put that back.
Yeah,
there's quite a few things in Dan's. Dan's got some cool stuff, but I think the General Grievous is that Hannah's. The big massive. Is it Sideshow?
They're all Hannah's, but I bought them all for no, not all of them. The premium format figure. Yeah, the big one.
Well, Hannah scares me more than you, so I think I'll walk out with your what's it, Cloverfield.
That's fair enough. She'd stab you up. I'd just be upset about it.
Right.
Yeah. Andy?
Okay, so for Dan, straight away, it'd be that Jabba set. I love that Jabba set.
It's in the loft. You'd have a job nicking it, but it's up there.
No, this says I can have it. It doesn't say
yeah.
It says, it says I can have it. And Aaron, I don't know if Aaron's.
It's all crap, so I don't want any of it.
No, but there's like, I think just for sheer, yeah, I'll probably say your Yak Face or the Luke Stormtrooper, because I think it's actually in better condition than my one.
I would from Andy, I would take his Slowpoke Sloth Battle Beast because it's something I genuinely want. And also to like ruin his collection. Just Andy's got Andy and Aaron have both got loads of cool stuff, but specifically I'm looking for that. So I'd be taking that. And from Aaron, I would we mentioned it earlier, I would most definitely be alleviating him of his Series 9 NECA Vasquez in body armor. Such a good find, and something that one day I will own, but only if I don't pay 80 quid for it. It's just a NECA figure, but it's a very cool one. So yeah, your Vasquez I would add to my collection, and Slowpoke Sloth, the Battle Beast, I would add to my collection. Is what I'm saying.
Nice.
Nice.
Right, Andy, next question. We got like 3 more, and then we're good.
What? Well, one last one from P.
Yep.
What advice would you give a new collector starting out today? My advice would be not to use eBay if you're just starting. Don't think that eBay gives you the best deal, and it would be shop around. Try and get. I know obviously at the minute fairs aren't on, but go to fairs and try and sort of build a rapport with some of the sellers and go that way. Or if that don't work, buy job eBay, get certain figures, then buy other job lots. Keep what you want. Try and resell the extras. Trade the extras, something like that.
My advice.
Don't use credit cards.
Yeah. Well, my advice would be something similar. Probably nihilistically, don't start collecting, because nothing fills the void in your soul. Even though you think buying your youth will, it doesn't. You're still empty. We're all going to die. But if you have to start collecting, buy stuff, but buy stuff that you enjoy yourself. I mean, if you want to get into it to make money, that's a different thing. But don't be tricked by people telling you what's cool. If you're not into Star Wars, that's okay. If you're not into whatever, that's okay. Just get stuff that you like, and like Andy said, take the time, be patient, because what people say things are worth, you can always find them cheaper. Basically, yeah. Aaron,
I think you guys both said exactly the same thing. Just don't go throw your wallet at the first lot that comes up on a Facebook group or whatever like that. I'm going to take it in saying, for example, the toy fairs are all on. We're in a normal year sort of thing. Go to the fairs, strike up conversations with the dealers and the people selling there. Buy some stuff off them, because the more you buy off them at the start, and the more that they'll be willing to do the better deals for you later on.
Well, and you're
So
also giving them money to go and find more things for you to, that you might enjoy. If they know what you're looking for, they will find stuff for you.
And get that rapport out of them as well.
Plugged in. 1 second. If it goes dead, I'll plug it back in. Turn it back on. 1 second.
It's always something with him.
Well,
yeah. So get that rapport up with the sellers, and if you want to go out and get collections on your own and sort of think, well, I can find it like at car boot sales, that's all good, but you're going to have to put the legwork in it, and you're not going to wake up Sunday morning and find your whole collection. You're going to have to go to 3 or 4 car boots a weekend and do it for probably a good couple of years before. Do you know what I mean? Yes, you get it cheaper, but the amount of time you spend trying to find it.
Yeah.
So
I'll just say, if you're going to start collecting, embrace the community. There's some really cool people that will help you. There's some cool people. Like, if I'm going to ask about Mask, like Rob, that's in the chat, there's people that know more than I'll ever know about that sort of stuff. And no one's better than anyone else of the people that we associate with anyway. We're all just geeks enjoying toys. Embrace the community. If you're going to be a new collector, get involved. It's good.
Yeah. And also embrace the hunt.
Embrace the hunt.
Make hunt. Yes, hunt.
I don't know if it was the same for Andy, but when you said that, literally you got a little spike in the sound. So you went, embrace that hunt. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Anyway, make sure you really caress it.
I mean, I'm right here, dude. I'm right here. You don't disrespect me like that.
You got to work it. You can't just frustrate in there and expect everything to be okay. You've got to work it out. You got to
put your wellies on.
No, but I enjoy finding the stuff a hell of a lot more than I do. It's there sitting behind me.
Yep.
So make that part of what is the collecting, is actually going out and finding it and having that. It's 20 quid here, 20 quid here, 25, 35, and all of a sudden you find it for a tenner somewhere because someone's selling it for a tenner. It's embrace that side of it. Don't just think I got to throw as much money at it as quickly as possible, because you'll be just unfulfilled, because that will just move you on to the next.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And also
That's
don't buy Star Wars, because there's too much of it. Right, moving on. You buy Star Wars if you want. Just buy whatever you like. Smuggler's Canyon has asked, which line in your collection are you considering moving on, and why? I think Rob also, Tats and Toys, also mentioned this in the comments. For me, all of it. Sometimes just think get rid of it all, keep one or two bits and pieces. But specifically, when I am selling quite a lot of my stuff, specifically, I'd probably at some point will get rid of my muscle men once Andy's had a good rummage through them. I think Rye has got his eyes on my food fighters. It's weird, yeah. These guys will tell you I go through phases just like get rid of everything. So I'm not really the person to ask. I don't know.
And when the show's open again, you'll be buying everything you've sold during the lockdown.
Well, this is it. I mean, I've owned all of Series 1 and 2 Battle Beasts, as you know, and now I'm like, oh, maybe I should get Battle Beast. No, I've owned it, man. Like I need to thin out. A lot of the old figures, I've got a lot of like NECA, McFarlane, like 7-inch figures that used to mean something to me, and they kind of don't anymore. I'd get rid of those. I've just got a lot of random stuff, but yeah. So no. I'm not like, oh, I'm done with that line. Just bits and pieces. I just need to thin out, really. Aaron,
I think I mentioned it already, but it's going to be my Kenner Aliens. I've got a Doxer shelf, and to make room for the sharks. So I mean, it's probably the one I getting least out of it. Do you know what I mean? Like I've had it. There's been there. I might keep the Queen Alien and one of the normal aliens.
The Queen Alien's the coolest alien that isn't the normal alien that looks like an actual alien. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll probably keep the Queen, and I'll probably keep just a normal soldier, and then I might just move on the rest. But yeah, I just need to make space. If I want to get anything new into the collection, I need to start moving stuff on. So I think that'll be the first one to be.
You should do what I do, mate. Don't get rid of anything. Put it in a box and stick it in the loft or the garage, and then regret all your decisions. Andy?
I don't know. I mean, I said before you guys, like, what, months ago when we were still doing the shows at Chatham. No, yeah, is it Chatham? Midway? Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, I think I'm going to sell some of my Centurions because I needed a bit of cash. Two, they're really big and bulky. I've got 2 of them that aren't even on display because they're too big, and I like the look of stuff I have. And I'm not very patient in terms of like, one day I'll have a room, one day I'll have more space. Realistically, I don't think I ever will. So I'm like, I don't really need them. But I'm really glad I didn't sell them. So at the moment, there's nothing. I don't want to get rid of anything.
That's a good place to be, mate.
It makes me too happy at the moment. But yeah.
I love that answer. That's good. Aaron?
Yes. So next question, again from Smuggler's Canyon. This kind of goes on to what we just said now, but what line are you considering getting into or have gotten into recently? So for me, it'll be Street Sharks. I'm getting into that. But if I could...
back into that, because you've already had them all before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I try and erase it off from my memory.
Yeah.
But if there is a line that I would love to properly get into, I say I have to be Mythic Legions. But they're just too expensive, and yeah, you can almost get.
They're too hard to find.
I can get.
I think they're like rock hard.
Everyone just cut out then.
Yeah, you're frozen. You look inquisitive. You're back. The Mythic Legion stuff's cool, but it's just kind of hard to find as well as being expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some lines come out here, but the thing is, problems with Mythic Legions, all the cooler stuff they made was right at the start.
Yeah, 100%.
The cooler stuff.
The Gothopolis stuff, man. I'd happily drop the money on the Flamingus, the Egalis, all of that. I love it, but it's kind of hard to find.
They're bringing out a second version of the Eagle.
but is it going to be over here, or is it going to be? Do you know what I mean? Like with all these import taxes and whatnot going up,
But yeah, so Mythic Legions would be good. But like I said, for like the price of one figure, I can get like 3 Black Series figures or 3 Lightning. Do you know what I mean? So it's they're cool stuff. They're cool figures.
Andy,
I would like to.
yo-yos, obviously.
Well, no, not like actual like action figure toys. I'd really like to try and get more of the Silverhawks line. I've got a couple of them, and I've actually really randomly got a carded one. But I'd like to try and find them. Yeah, maybe when the shows turn up, if that'll be something to be looking for. But again, kind of hard to find here. Which annoyingly, in my brain, I like to get things that aren't actually. Yeah.
Fair enough.
But the Silverhawks figures are awesome. If you haven't looked at them, check them out. They're wicked.
They are good. I think I'm now apparently accidentally collecting random Turtles figures, and it would appear I'm also in the Dino Riders market. So yeah. Although once I complete that T-Rex, I think that's it for Dino Riders. But I definitely I've steered away from it for so long, man. But these things are cool. I've always had like the 4 Turtles, Bebop, Rocksteady, Krang, whatever. But these random, yeah, I'm into it. So this time next year, I'll be like, oh, all I need is a half court, a scratch, and a hot spot, and whatever. Like, I want that Needle Nose and the Killer Bee figures because I think they're right up my street. But yeah, so there you go.
Nice.
Where are we at now? Is it Andy?
Last one.
No, it's
Or
2
last
more.
one on the
2 more questions.
2 more?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 more.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, the extra one. Okay. I'll read this
Wildcard.
one. I haven't written down the other one. Oh man, I should have actually really thought. I didn't realise this one. Which of the Goonie characters would you be and why?
That's from Smuggler's Canyon.
Sorry, yeah, Smuggler's Canyon. Which of the Goonies? I mean, I'm just going to go out there before anyone else says it. I guess Chunk. No, not Chunk. The Truffle Chuffle guy.
Chunk.
Yeah,
Chunk.
I was going to say that.
I should be him because he wears Hawaiian shirts. And that's you.
No, I was going to say I was a fat kid when I was younger. So,
I'm going to say that I would be Mama Fratelli. What? There's a wild card for you.
Wasn't expecting that.
No one was expecting that. I'm going to be the crazy mother. I don't feel I have to explain myself. Right. So we did last question. Last question is from David World Toys.
Well, then we got the chat. I've seen the question in the chat.
Yeah, we'll go through the chat.
So, with companies putting out releases of old toys, would we rather have new or retro toys? That's a very good question because there are loads of companies doing re-releases and reworkings and originals repackaged and all sorts of stuff. Personally speaking, I would rather have new lines of toys or versions of old toys that were never made. So I'm not that interested in, although they look amazing, like the Super 7 Baxter Stockman. It looks amazing, but I'd rather have the original personally. But I'd like toy companies to start making it. It just feels a bit like films did 10 years ago when everything was either a remake, a prequel, a sequel, a reworking. Like, let's have some new toys from the old companies, and they can be of the same lines. I'm not saying you can't use Turtles or He-Man or whatever, but for me, it'd be nice to have new toys. Aaron?
I think that if they brought a toy out of something new, I don't think I'll be into it. Do you know what I mean?
But I'm saying new toys of older things. But, so, for example, like Power Rangers, if they made what we were talking about, the 2 guys that I do know from the coffee shop, or wherever it is, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I was actually going to say if NECA came out and said they're making NECA Starship Troopers figures,
imagine
I'll be all over it, Oh. But I can't. I'm trying to think of anything new that I've watched that I'll be like, yeah, I need toys of that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, it doesn't. Isn't the question whether we want, like, say, the Super 7 Turtles? Would you rather have retro Turtles, Playmate Turtles? You've got the Lightning Collection Power Rangers, but wouldn't you prefer to have the Bandai Power Rangers? That's how I read it. No?
Well, you answer it as you read it, guys.
I read it as would you rather?
Sorry, Aaron. What?
Yeah, so I read it as: would you rather have new stuff like a brand new line of something, or a remake?
That's
yeah.
that's kind of how I read it. But yeah.
Well, I read it wrong. I'm dyslexic. Give me a break. Jesus,
Well, no,
these
you
are
might
fake
get it
glasses, right?
Yeah. Andy, you might have read it right. So you give us your answer. Give us your answer.
No, yeah, retro. I as much as just like the Thundercats. I love the Super 7 Thundercats. I love the Mattel Thundercats. I don't want them. Well, one, they're like too expensive, so I'm not going to get them anyway. I like the He-Man stuff they've done recently, but I'd much rather have one that I had or looked at as a kid, personally.
I did notice, apologies, P, we did miss one of your questions, which I'm going to answer real quickly, if that's all right, because it just springs to mind.
I like Brad's one.
Yeah, you said, P said, like, what's the funny or most outrageous story I've heard? Well, I can confirm that, was it me and you, Aaron? I can't remember, but I was with somebody at a car boot sale, and someone was telling us 100% that they had that good vintage Star Wars Lego from the 70s. It was an outrage that someone would think that we would go, oh, have you really? Yeah, that's one of the most outrageous things I've heard someone claim. And also the classic, whatever you ask for, they've got it all, just not with them, and they've got it in a lockup somewhere. Oh, yeah, I've got all them original pop up R2s. Oh, I must have 50 of them, mate, in my lockup every time. But yeah, anyway, sorry. So Aaron, over to you, sir.
I was going to say that the lady who told us that her son had the rocket fire in Boba Fett.
The rocket fire and Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah,
that was.
Well, even the sheer cheek of that woman to tell Aaron that it was a complete dragon
Power Ranger.
Yeah,
the Dragon Ball. I complete. You can't touch it. You can't look at it.
You want outrageous? Someone holding up a non-complete figure and being like, "Yeah, it's complete," and Aaron going, "It's not," and they're going, "Well, I'm telling you, it is."
Yeah, that was great. That day.
That was funny. That was funny. Yeah, all right. I'm not paying.
You will find. I promise you'll find it cheaper.
We'll find it cheaper than £500. Yeah. It won't, Carlos. It won't make you more. I hate to say this to you, but you know, if it makes you feel better, then it's worth doing, right?
I think Carlos is right. I think if any of us found a scratch figure at a boot fair, even at a toy show for like 50 quid, it's still a hell of a deal.
The problem is, Andy, is you become king, right? You become king. You become king amongst people like us, which is king of the nerds. Who wants to be king of the nerds?
All I've ever wanted.
Mate, Rob, we can't wait. We literally can't wait to be hanging out at 5:30 in the morning outside Sandown or anything. Honestly, I miss it a lot.
I miss sitting in that queue getting into Sandown, and you know when everyone tries to like make that sneaky line in,
getting enraged,
and then they get stopped.
Join the queue.
You got the people in the cars like you're not in the right queue, and then all of a sudden you get someone. You get the attendant come over and stop them getting in, and then it's like they start getting angry. It's funny because they can still only get into it at the same time.
Yeah.
Echo Live. That's an event I'd really like to go to. I haven't
never been to it.
I mean, if the celebration that we went to is anything to go by, I need to go to Echo Live with my hands tied behind my back. I'm not allowed to use.
Aaron, we'd have to put Andy on some of them baby restrainers, you know, that like ping back. you just run at people with 2 credit cards and be like, "I'll take everything you." Whoa, come back here.
I'm gonna get one of those like bottles of water with a spray thing on it. So every time he gets too close, I'll be like, away from the vintage Star Wars.
We'd have to go there an hour beforehand, and all the shops, they've all got a little picture of him, and they're like, "I'm sorry, man, like I'm not allowed to sell anything to you. Like you can't be trusted."
I think I finally paid off Celebration Europe.
When was that? When did you go to that?
5 years ago.
Nice.
Oh, that was a fantastic weekend. I'm still paying off Orlando.
Holiday weekend. So I saw this one in the chat as well from Ryhart. If you was to start your own toy company, what would it be called? I'm going to be really cheesy because I've been really listening to this song a lot. It's been when I have been going to work, for some reason, it's been my drive home song, and it's been getting me home like 10 minutes earlier.
Right.
But Blackened, I think I'll call myself Blackened Toys. Obviously, after the Metallica song Blackened.
It's pretty. That's pretty.
No, does it?
Yeah,
maybe.
I'd call my toy company Honest Dan's Hardly Used Toys.
Nice.
That's what I'd call my toy company.
I would have thought you would have gone down like the Simple Dan's toy company, like Simple Dan's.
Simple Dan. No, it'd be Honest Dan's Hardly Used Toys. After Honest Don's Hardly Used record label, which is an old punk label that I used to like.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Andy's having a panic attack. He's like, I would call it Andy. I'd call it Andy's Toys and Models.
Yeah.
Toy
shenanigans.
Toy shenanigans. There we go.
Is it an adult toy? Is it a toy? Who knows?
Yeah. Andy's toys for the adult collector.
Yeah.
Andy's adult toys.
Andy's adult toys and models.
Andy's adult toys and models. Yeah.
And get stripograms on the side. Little kissograms.
That's the models part.
Yeah. All that stuff's got to come back now, I reckon. When's the last time you had a good stripogram in a pub?
I mean, A, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and B, I've got to be honest with you guys. There's twice in my life that I've ever been in the presence of a stripper, and I've left the room both times because it was just a bad like it's just weird, man. My friend called Tom had a stripper for his 20. This is decades ago, for his 21st birthday, and they like put him down. He was basically wearing like a pair of like grey M&S Y fronts. It wasn't a good look, man. And they stripped him down, and his like parents and his grandparents were there because it was in the pub and everyone was there, and he's like getting molested by some stripper in a pair of what can only be described as mildly soiled underwear. And I'm like, I don't need to see this. I left the room, mate. I walked out. So you can keep your strippers, Andy. I'm not interested. It's just weird.
Carlos,
I'll just stick to toys.
Just toys.
Carlos, if you want us, we will call you the nerd.
We
would don you the nerd, and there you go.
Well, we can use Nadine's like stick thing.
The King's baton.
Yeah.
King of the super nerds.
Yeah, thanks, guys. It means so much coming from you.
He's lost the words, bless him. He's having to use emojis. It's great. We've really touched him.
I can have you say it, or I can find a scratch. Yeah, I know what I'd. Oh man, Mark, if I knew. Well, yeah, it'd been cool if we knew, like, for a meet up and stuff. I can imagine you going to town celebration.
But Aaron, I'm really glad Marcus was there with his car because he took the Ewok Village and he took a bag of stuff.
Yeah.
Can I just very quickly clarify David's question regarding retro and current toys? Are things like the Ghostbusters toys, which they reissued, so like the new ones or the retro ones? My answer to that is I would always prefer the originals because I'm a bit.
That's how I read the question.
And you read it right, and me and Aaron got it wrong. I'm a bit of a snob, so I don't see the point in remaking something exactly. Make it different. That's my answer. Make it different. But and go original. Always buy vintage, boys. Unless it's cheaper, then buy new. And pretend it's vintage. Always buy 3D printed guns for your Star Wars figures. It doesn't matter. No one cares. Oh, it turns out everyone cares.
After you're contradicting yourself about the new collector, just buy what you want. It's fine.
Buy what you want, guys. As long as everyone online likes it. Buy whatever you like. Don't care about anyone else. As long as it gets hits and likes and followers. Have you guys checked out my Instagram recently? I'm doing a picture a day, guys. Smashing it, mate.
You are, I'm getting seriously. You're spamming my feed once a day.
Yeah, I know,
It's
right?
ridiculous.
I've actually reported you to Instagram like a couple of times now.
You can try, mate. What are they going to do? You can't dethrone the king of the nerds.
Well, you've given that to Carlos now, so
Oh, all right. I'm the queen of the nerds. Oh, that's not good.
so Davey Boys asked, as we were girlfriends, which is more important to you, the girls or the toys?
Can I point out that's quite a funny Freudian spelling mistake? Because I sometimes do call Hannah a witch. Always the girl. Always the girl. Otherwise, I've got no one to show my toys off to. Who am I going to impress if I don't go, Hannah, I got
Right.
this?
Impressive. You should have seen Claire's face when I opened the yo-yo.
Mate, it's funny, isn't it, man? Because like when we were at school, Andy, we're the same age. When we were at school, if you rocked up to the playground with that yo-yo, oh, mate, the ladies, the attention you would get, they would be all over you. They'd be like, oh, let's go, let me and you should hang out. Look at that yo-yo. It's funny how, in 2021, it's the almost polar 180-degree opposite. If you
I think she nearly packed her bags. If we weren't in a lockdown, I think she'd be gone.
you think if you were at some kind of club, some kind of kids rave, I don't know what people do these days, and you whipped out that yo, maybe you're right, because retro is quite funky now, isn't it? It's quite
So that's you are definitely a product of your time, because when I was at school, you had to walk down and it was like, it's how much Pokemon I caught at the weekend on my Game Boy.
Oh man, dude!
Electronic toys. You're living the dream.
No one. Where I went to primary school, right? The thing that the girls liked owning were like plastic dummies, literally like pacifiers, and they'd have massive. You could buy them like big.
Ring pops.
No. What like push pop? No, they weren't. They were plastic. They weren't. They were just plastic dummies of different sizes and different colors. And like you'd have girls walking around with like 30 or 40 on like a necklace, looking like Mr. T, but from like the flipping like Happy Shopper Mr. T pound shop version, but with these dummies. And everyone I speak to, I'm like, do you remember when like we had these things you turn inside out? And I go, yeah, I remember that. I remember push pops. Yeah, remember push pop. Yeah, I remember all that. Do you remember when all the girls wore dummies around their necks? And everyone goes, where are you from?
Did you grow up in Staines?
I grew up in Staines, yeah.
Yeah, that's why then.
Yeah, we are
Around Ashford.
I mean, Ashford. I could walk to Ashford in like 5 minutes from Staines.
No, exactly. It's funny how it changes when you go further down the road.
You know, people live in Ashford say they live in Staines, right? Because Ashford is a horror show.
No, it's because as soon as you go to Ashford, everyone goes, "What, Ashford, Kent?" And you're like,
yeah, that is also true. Yeah.
No.
LKG.
LKG, welcome. Hello, mates. Oh, the girl strikes back. So true in every colour. Well,
thank you. Someone remembers. Members. Everyone remembers. Brad's in on it. Ed knows. You all know.
Yeah. So you've got Vic, who's grown up in Hungary.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
That's what I was like, where was she when?
Ed growing up in Belgium.
What can I say? The guys in Staines we're very European cosmopolitan. We know what was going on.
You've got Brad on the wrong side of London in West Ham.
I don't remember my older sister having dummies or anything like that. I remember like, when I was like a teenager or whatever, all the girls would be wearing like big chunky gold jewelry with like big clowns on, or like dogs, or like
like Lizzie Duke clown jewelry, that sort of stuff.
I remember the secondary school. The girls used to it was the same, but those like dummy pacifiers were like sweets.
Yeah, that came later. But I'm saying it was just plastic dummies, and it made no sense. But we bought them for them anyway, and we're like, "Do you want to go to the cinema with me?" No, give me that dummy. Oh.
Would you dance with me to a school disco?
What, Aaron? What do you know about school discos? Boys on this side, girls on that side. Yaz, the only way is up playing. Oh,
we had school discos. But just,
huh?
It was just like different bands, different music, like S Club 7. Like if you were a boy and you can jump off the bench at Reach of the Stars, the highest, the girls were just like
simpler times.
Yeah, I know, right?
I am so I don't know.
Now you've got to buy
any of this.
like, you've got to buy like a whole run of the last 17 complete with weapons to impress girls these days. It's a different ball game altogether, guys.
Yeah, definitely not yo-yos anyway, put it that way.
Back in my day, mate. Back in my day.
So, Rye's thrown an interesting one out there. If you was a toy, what would you be and what would you do? Now, I think I'll be a toy that would benefit the human race. Well, probably wouldn't be sold in toy shops.
Where are you going with this? I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm making suggestions to what kind of toy.
I think I'd be like a centurion, like the Kenner centurions, because they're awesome. I love the way you pop things on them. They've got different like suits or different like weapon systems. So I just nicked their idea.
My official answer is I would be like a Teddy Ruxpin, but I only said really depressing things, and I'd be small enough to choke a child. That's you couldn't give me to your 5-year-old. That's what I'm saying.
You'd be like Ted teddy bear.
Be a rabbit.
Be like Teddy Ruxpin, or like you pull a string, like Action Man.
Yeah.
You put a string, and I say things like, life is brief, time is passing, why bother?
Yeah. Did you see that film Ted?
I've seen Ted. Yeah.
Yeah, they did a teddy bear of him, and he basically just says all his like worst sayings. Oh. So I'm saying you'd be a teddy bear like that.
Yeah, there we go. I'd be like that. Aaron would be a toy that somehow benefited. I want to know more about this. A toy that benefits the world? What's going on here?
I remember the dummies. I used to get the sweet necklaces.
Oh god, yeah, when you get them and yeah.
You'd be sitting in class and all of a sudden you'd be like, ping, you'd be like.
The trouble is with that is by like if you get a wrist one or whatever, if you've got one of them, halfway through you realise you're basically just smearing saliva and sugar like against your body, and it gets quite sticky. Get rid of that.
That's on the wrong side. I remember when girls used to call sex bands, basically.
Yeah, we used to call them shag bands.
Yeah.
But you know, we were 11, so we didn't know what any of that meant, so it's fine.
Right, nice. Let's just say I'll be a rabbit.
Well, that's what I thought you were going, but I just thought you'd say, you know.
But knowing my luck in life, I'll come back. I'll be a toy that's the same start as my initial.
I thought you were going to say, so what in your mind you'd be a rampant rabbit, but in real life you'd come back as a fleshlight.
I was going with more of a one named after my initials, so I'd be a bead.
I'd have thought actually that we could start a line of adult toys, but like fleshlights that were like the Predator's face, and like
what?
And like the Queen Alien. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing it, but also I'd be very concerned if someone bought that to pleasure them.
Is it Rule 54 on the internet somewhere? Someone, dude, is a market. I'm telling you.
You do like the Jaws' face from.
There you go. You could do a Jaws. You could do it like a screaming Hulk Hogan, right?
Actually, not being funny, Dan. Have you been looking at your purples too much?
There you go. Well, funny enough, Andy, before I sent that back to you.
I need to go clean my hands. I hope you didn't.
So is the Star Wars set being built in the UK for Kenobi or Andor? Who knows? It's actually near to where we are.
Is it Shepperton?
No, well, probably something to do with Shepperton, but it's in Marlow.
I can probably find out. My buddy works on all the Star Wars films. If I do them at Shepperton or Pinewood, because he operates with cranes and stuff. So he'd enrage you, right? They were doing Force Awakens, and I can't say anything about it because they're not allowed to take pictures. All phones are handed in, and but it wouldn't matter with him anyway because he has no interest at all. And he goes, "Oh, it's pretty." He was late to the pub one night, and he goes, "Oh, Harrison fell over. Think he's done his ankle." I'm like, "Well, what are they filming?" He goes, "Oh, it's pretty cool. They've got like a big ship thing. I don't know what it is, shaped like an X." And I'm like, "An X-wing?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't know what it's called. It's just a big ship shaped like an X." And he has no interest at all. People like us we'd be geeking out about it all, but he just doesn't care.
But Isn't that to do with the thing that when they do it, they have to be like sworn to secrecy?
No, they do, but you wouldn't have to get my mate to swear to secrecy because he doesn't know anything about Star Wars and has no interest at all in it, at all. He goes, oh, they built a big a part of a ship. They called it like the Millennium. I don't know what it like. And he's like the Millennium Falcon. He's like no interest in it. But yeah,
I would say it's probably more to do with the Ivor bit because it's been built in Marlow, the set. So I think Ivor would probably be the closest studio.
Yeah, if he does the cranes, I'll ask him. I'll ask him what they're doing. He'll tell me, and it'll probably be he won't be able to tell me because
you'll have to decrypt the code he gives you.
He'll just describe it to me. Yeah,
but I think it'll be Andor because I don't know. I'm still kind of meh about the Kenobi series.
I'm more goosed up about the thingy bunch, not the Wild Bunch.
Book of Fett?
Bad Bunch.
Yeah, Bad Bunch.
Yeah,
definitely.
And anything that they might put a Rancor in, that's the one. LKG, maybe. Maybe. As in, I've got some ideas, but it depends if I stay motivated long enough to actually film them. It's just me going off on stuff. It won't be very interesting.
It would, because your tangents often,
Well, let's put it this way. I couldn't monetize it because there is simply no way I wouldn't be able to do it without swearing. So.
He's also asked if your toys come to life, what would you, and you're not in the room like Toy Story, Woody the leader toys. What toys in your collection would be the leader, do you think?
Unicron.
I'd be banging trouble, wouldn't I?
My big Unicron at the top there.
I think I've got a massive war of power going on here. There's a lot of bad guys and a lot of people fighting it out to be leader. I don't know. I know who'll be leader.
In my mind, in my room, it's this guy. Jake the Snake is going to lead the toy revolution. Oh yes, Aaron, I love it.
Because he's got the book of power that brings all the toys to life. That's what we finally found out what that book is.
There we go. We figured it out.
Yeah, I'm 100% turned around on that. I think a book's an excellent accessory for an action figure to have. All the kids would want it.
There we go.
That's why it's the #1 toy line of Never.
It makes no sense because the other figures you got were so awesome. Like those little ones are really cool.
Oh no, one's just falling down now. You're learning a lot about us, boys and girls.
Yeah. Just collectively with it. We might as well. We're not called Toy Division anymore. We're called the Human Centipede.
Oh, that's so bad.
Shotgun at the front.
Shotgun in the middle, guys.
Dibs at the front.
Oh dear. I just willingly get myself killed. I'm not getting
That's right. Head over to our OnlyFans to find out the rest of the chat.
You can go at the front, Aaron. You know I've got metal teeth, don't you?
All right.
Oh, stop! It's making me feel sick. That. Oh.
Regardless if you got metal teeth, there's two people with a worse fate than. Yeah, I think Andor.
My web browser can't take that level of battering it.
How did you find my site?
How did he die in some kind of weird Batman sex swing harness setup? Like,
oh my god! All right,
have you gone on it? All right, Chris.
Okay, screw the monetization. This has got to be shared.
Are you putting it on? You putting it on? You all right?
Laptop.
Who did? Trump.
I didn't.
Oh, do you know what it said yet?
No, yeah, it's not open yet.
Go on, Aaron. Can you put it on, or is it
I was
too?
thinking about it.
Oh right. Even,
I don't know.
even YouTube's going. Are you sure, guys?
Yeah.
Are you sure about this?
No, it's not responding.
What was it called?
Geeky sex toys. It doesn't even matter if it responds. Like you're now on some kind of mailing list that you're never going to get off.
I know, right? I think this is them hacking me.
Yeah.
Toys
I've
for
actually got
naughty nerds. Oh
I've actually
wow!
got a-
Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer.
I've
So
actually got a non-responding going on right now.
and
$130. Jesus.
Thor's hammer. Is there
Dragon
there
one
like-
looks well sore.
is there like a Thanos glove? Just like a big rubber glove.
I'm not going too far into the website. I've got to be honest, but just on the front page. Oh dear, the Pikachu one's pretty cute.
It's actually killed my web browser. I just got a
Oh, dear.
non-responsive screen. I can hear you guys. I can see you guys. I can't even see you, but
Well, I think some of the people in the chat are checking it out for themselves because we've got a lot of really.
actually,
Yeah,
got it.
Thor's hammer. I agree.
You've started something there. This is bad. It's bad news.
That's what if Claire goes on to use this the laptop to do work or whatever, we're like, what the fuck is he looking at?
And you're like happy birthday. It was going to be a surprise.
I really want the Pikachu one. Oh dear God.
Amazing. Well, I'm stuck in like no man's land on this site now.
Are you in are you back on the? Are you in weird purgatory? Can you see
I'm
me?
in weird purgatory. I'm just in not responding. It's gone white, and I've got the blue circle of death just going round and round and round.
What on our chat as well, or just that?
Just that. I can't. Literally, you're all disappeared from my view. I can hear you.
Well, in that case, I need to try and fight. We missed so much in the chat.
If I cancel this, hopefully it won't.
You might kill the whole thing.
No, I don't want to kill the whole thing.
The chat is literally just everyone talking about the geekysextoys.com.
It is
So
now.
whatever we've done, we've definitely made the traffic on that website a little bit higher than usual.
Yeah,
But
literally.
a lot of it is just that we've crashed the site.
This is a disaster.
Actually, it's the Excel spreadsheet all over again.
And quite frankly, if there isn't something sexy to do with Tremors, I'm not interested.
There's a couple of weird alien-looking things that I reckon could be a sandworm.
Sandworm, Tremors. Dude, the Pit of Sarlacc. Another one for the Fleshlight line. Yeah. The mouth of Jabba. Jabba's tongue. Oh, let's, we're destroying. We are absolutely destroying Aaron's
It's
algorithm. This isn't good.
it's all right. Don't worry about it. But I'm just so scared that I'm gonna like crash you guys in a minute.
But to be honest, I'm surprised there's anyone still listening to us.
Probably just laughing at us.
This got weird. Let's not do questions again, but guys, do try and next week we're hoping to have we're going to do a little run of guests because there's a bunch of people we want to get on and chat to because we've not seen them for ages. So that starts hopefully next week. And on Sunday we are going to be on. I mean, he's not that big of a deal. You might have, whatever. Guy called Ed anyway. Ed's Retro Geek Out, who is a seriously good dude and knows a thing or two about toys. So we're going to go on there on Sunday. Hopefully not to talk about like erotica, no erotica, unless Ed wants to. I mean, he does have a power glove.
This is true. He does have the power glove.
Power glove. So yeah, come and say hello then. Otherwise, obviously, Toy Division. Whenever
We're doing Sunday and we'll be back Wednesday, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. I think we're going to try and do a spree because we've got a bunch of people we want to get on who are like more interesting than us and hold it together. I apologize, guys. I've gone off on one tonight. I didn't mean to.
I don't have shoddy equipment like myself that's now crashed and just leaving me in limbo.
So we might not actually be able to close this out, but
No, this stream might just go on forever now. Well,
Yeah,
Make
Yeah,
sure you
fun
turn
is-
your camera off. Imagine it's still running in the morning. You come walking past in your birthday suit, like.
So is that done, guys? Oh, thank God, that was the worst. Anyway, I'm going to go and have a shower. I just
you know, right? Oh. Well,
Right,
I'm really
okay,
sorry I
are we-
can't catch up with the chat.
as all our backgrounds start flickering and turn into blue screens, and we don't have any toys, like none at all.
It's all up front. It's all up front.
I need to see what else fell over when I tried to get Mr. Nadine.
All of it.
Okay,
No,
guys. Well, thank you
Dominoes.
very much for joining the chat. Very sorry about the ending. Hope it's you know.
I'm also sorry about the middle and the beginning as well, but mainly
So yeah,
At least
make
it was
sure
fun. We were a happy ending, I hope. Looking at like
Well, after
Darth Vader's
seeing those-
gag balls.
seeing those geeky sex toys. I think there's a few happy endings there. Guys,
Wow.
thank you very much. Make sure you like the stream, watch every videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, and we'll see you again next week.
Like we're closing out with go on geekysextoys.com in the bottom corner. Beautiful.
Love it.
wave,
Bye.
wave like this might actually turn off.
Yeah, hopefully it turns off.
Infinity toys.
No, we're still here.
Still there.
So did I show you guys my Gamorrean card?
Did I show you my space worm butt plug?
I think Aaron's gone, but we're still here, Dan. So I think we
No,
should
come
go.
on. We're still here. Someone comment if this is still live. Someone... oh, Aaron.
I don't know. At least it's not me with the technical problems
I was
this week.
gonna say, it's not your technology today. We might
Well,
actually.
I bought the cable. I left my house as an emergency.
Nice. Plugged it in. We're still here. We're still here.
We're still Should we just stay in chat?
Oh, we got some. Oh, hello. We got some Inception going on here.
So I basically closed it down and like was like, oh, there you go. And then I saw on my phone, YouTube, it still said it was live. I was like, what?
We're 100% still live, and I just bought this off geekysextoy.com.
That looks like something that was on there.
So basically, yeah, if I do close it down, you guys stay on. It's a good
Who's
thing to know.
Oh, it's a disaster.
Right, are we going to go? Because
I'll just quick catch up.
Thor's hammer.
Like a Death Star.
That's no moon.
One time we should try talking about toys more.
We really
Nah.
should. I think we've lost everyone.
Yeah.
If you are still there, thank you so much. That was good fun. Thank you. Was it Nikki Six that brought that up to our attention? That was
Thanks,
great.
It's not who it was at all.
Was it? No. Oh, okay.
All right, we're definitely going now. Go
Real
watch
fair.
some more
Jesus,
professionals.
that was long. Okay.
Yeah, you know, right? God, I can't believe it. I tell you what.
We're off air now, right?
I hope that stabbed the Viking in the chat again. Jesus Christ.
Is that your friend Andy that I've definitely met, but I forgot?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, guys, we're going now. See you later. Bye.